Watching at ringside, Bernard Hopkins, multiple world champion, of course, and still active. I wonder whether Nathan Cleverly might get a fight with him somewhere in the near future. There's talk of it.
He's still public enemy #1. You can still earn money with him. Who knows? But look at the roughness and the toughness of Ward. Digging that left hook has worked so well. I mean, it hardly moves. They talk about Joe Lewis, that the short left hook couldn't have been much shorter than the ones we've been seeing from Andre Ward tonight. Tremendous. And look, just bullying Carl at times and then tying him up. This is what he's better at than Carl. Tying up inside, holding the one hand and punching with the other.
I mean, the one question really about Ward going into this was he'd never had a gut check, and we wondered, well, would Froch be the man to do that, to take him into the trenches, if you like? But maybe the reason he hasn't had it is he's been too good. Here's the scorecard so far.
Yeah, well, as you see, I have Ward 5 points up, 64-69. I've given Froch the 1 round, and I don't know, I'd love to be kinder to Carl, but this is tough going for him.
Tell you something, if Froch pulls this round or pulls it out from somewhere, it will be his greatest ever night.
You see the way Ward sprung in with the jab there. He's well out of range. Carl can relax, think what he's doing, and then he springs in, smacks the jab into Carl's face.
Don't punch.
Never mind top super middleweight in the world, Andre Ward might be among the very best fighters at any weight in the world. And what we're seeing here, it's not done yet though.
Carl can't find the range for the jab. As a backhand he tried there. Yes. Yeah, it was just I mean, that was instinctive. That he's apologised himself. That was just instinctive.
Steve Smoger hasn't really had much to do. He's just let them fight inside and out, of course, as is his wont.
Carl's leading with single punches, which is the one thing you must not do against a slickster like this. Got to follow the jab in, let the punches come. Now that's, I mean, okay, maybe breaking the rules, putting his hand on Froch's head, but it just shows he knows all the old gymnasium tricks as well.
Let's look for any signs at all of Andre Ward feeling the effects of the grueling battle. No signs at the moment, you'd have to say.
Do you know what? I wouldn't even use the jab if I was Carl Froch. I would just get close, charge in and let short punches go. Every jab he's thrown in this round has fallen short and it's been countered.
Which was always the risk. He needed to throw 3 or 4 at a time. It's easier said than, I mean, to be fair to Carl Froch, he's had this great career. He's in with real quality here tonight.
Unfortunately, at the moment he's in with a guy who's better than he is. We just have to say that, unless he can turn this around and change what happened. Good left hook there from Froch. That's what he has to do. Boxing match, no good. He's just going to have to do it caveman style. Forget the jab, just get close and get the powerful punches off that you can.
It's rough and tough on the inside, and with every exchange there, it's almost like Andre Wood saying to Froch, see, I'm pretty tough, aren't I? What were you saying at the press conference?
Carl was actually complaining to the referee, then punching after the bell. These are all signs of frustration.
Yeah, I think they are. Now it's the writing on the wall. David Ortiz of the Boston Red Sox sitting there alongside Eddie Hearn, the promoter of Carl Froch, who understandably has a long face. He'd have to be worried.
If he's bleeding, just hit him round the back of the head and the ref will bait you up, or just roll lower and get something going underneath.
He's miles behind.
Yeah, Ward he's too quick. We expected him to be too quick, but we didn't expect him to be as tough as Carl Froch, and he is. I mean, he stood with him, he said the last word in the exchanges, and he sees what's coming back. I mean, his concentration is exceptional. Everything about him, his technique, and that was the one after the bell, when he'd already complained to Steve Smoger about something. I don't know if it was a low blow or a head in his face, I don't know.
He may not have heard the bell, I think. He seemed to be saying that. Round 9. That's understandable in all the bedlam into the last 4 rounds. Last third of the fight. It's been largely one-way traffic so far in favour of the very, very gifted 27-year-old from Oakland, California. That's the town just across the bay from San Francisco. Andre Ward.
He hasn't switched to southpaw at any time in this fight. I wonder if that's because he reckons the way he's boxing is working. Maybe against Kessler he had to do that. Froch looking over towards the corner there. Froch is getting his chin down behind his shoulder. Maybe he's just going to try and march close. I think that's what he has to do. March close and get some punches. Don't try to go in behind the jab.
He's finding some great shots on the inside, Ward, as well here. Yeah, this is frustrating for Froch.
He found that one while Smoger was talking to the fighters. Really, that was a free shot he took there, which really he shouldn't have done. If Smoger wants to talk to them, he should break them up first. So Froch got a shot for nothing there.
By the way, Steve Smoger, the referee, said he would not have deducted any points from Amir Khan in last week's fight, in which case Khan would have been world champion with Smoger refereeing. But it's easy to say afterwards.
You know, Ian, Carl is doing the things I would suggest that he does in this round, and they're still not working. You know, he's trying to declare war, he's getting close, he's letting punches go. But this guy is a little bit special. We have to hand it to him. This is a terrific fighter we're watching here.
Come on, guys, let's keep it clean now.
Just becoming messy now.
Wild from Froch, trying to let the leather flow, but still he can't make a dent. I think Ward wants to stop him. He doesn't just want to win, he wants to make a statement by being the first man to stop Froch as well, to ram the taunts back down his throat, if you like.
This has been a scrappy round, the first scrappy round of the fight. Quality shots here from Ward again.
Great right hand at the end of it though from Froch. He found a heavy looking shot too.
Froch has done a lot of good work in this round. I think he's realised he's going to have to declare war. Forget a boxing match. Caveman style, as I was saying, and I think he's had some success in this round.
He needed that little fillip as well. Been a bit less from Ward in this session. But he's been hit with an awful lot of shots tonight, Carl Froch. His spirit is undying, it always will be.
But still not done anything at all about his defence, has he?
It's gone southpaw for the moment. Ward there, which he likes to do. First time we've seen it tonight. Carl's mum on the right there, and Rachel, his model partner. I think everybody knows what they're watching. This is the final with 2 belts at stake. The Ring Magazine Championship, the Super Middleweight World Boxing Classic Cup. They're going to present Global Glory 2. Well, they're saying he's tiring. They're lifting Froch, or trying to, Robert McCracken in that corner. Is he tiring, Ward?
Don't think so, but Froch's got a lot more punches off there. I mean, I was suggesting forget the boxing match, just get in there, get close, find a way to get close and let some punches go, try to outwork him. You're not going to outskill him. And I think that was the free shot. I mean, at that time, see, Steve Smoger was speaking to them there. And he didn't say break, he should have done. Carl has every right to complain about that.
Round 10. I would suggest at this point Carl Froch needs a knockout to win, or loads of knockdowns anyway.
Well, I have it 7-2 at the moment, and I don't know if one of those rounds I gave to Froch, I'm being a little bit kind, but I have it 7-2 at the moment.
88-83 is your card, Jim, which is what you're saying, translated. Froch did a bit better in that last round.
See, I just think Ward is so relaxed. So when the punches have to come, they seem to come out of their own accord, whereas Carl's having to force to try and get himself close, force to try and get the punches on target. But everything about Ward is just so relaxed. The punches just seem to come from nowhere.
Good shot. Come on, keep him up.
It's been a stellar performance so far from Andre Ward.
Another complaint from Carl about the low shot. It was a low shot, but we're not used to seeing Carl Froch complain, are we?
Step.
He's not only outboxed him, he's out-toughed him at times. Outworked him on the inside as well. There's no shame for Froch, really. He's been fantastic, really, I think, in his career generally. There's no shame in losing to a fighter this good, if indeed he is going to lose.
And even the little spoiling tactics when he has to do it, Ward knows all the tricks. You know, getting Carl's head under his armpit there. And he's the one stepping back into the breach again.
He's so hard to catch cleanly. His footwork's so good. He can skip out of range, just skip back half a yard. His hands are very, very quick. His punches come from unconventional angles like that. A little short left hand. It hardly travels more than 6 inches or so.
Yeah, the couple of rounds that I've given Froch, you know, it's been work rate. It's not been good, clean, quality stuff because you can't hit this guy with quality punches. He's too quick, too smooth.
Can he just find one punch to shake up the unbeaten Andre Ward, unbeaten in 24 fights, and that unbeaten run might go a lot longer.
That was a terrific left hook again, springing in with it, Ward. You know, he gives a little feint. You don't know what hand's coming at you. Then he decides in a split second, then there's a burst of punches from him again. Froch cannot out-tough him. What else is there to do? Has to nail him with one big shot.
Lovely left jab. You can put Andre Ward right in that pound-for-pound argument, I think, on what you're seeing here. He'll have more to prove. Another left hand. Froch has the look at the moment of a man who just knows he's being outsmarted in there.